Okay guys, least American songs. We recently made a video where we figured out which songs ranked highest in America while ranking lowest in 18 sample countries. So now we're going to look at the exact opposite. These are songs that were smash hits around the world, but performed relatively poorly in the US, if not totally bombed. So how many of you think you can guess what these songs are? What artists, genres, or musical styles were popular globally, but never quite took off in the US? And why? As previously, we polled Bandsplaining followers, and we'll be joined by 4 music YouTubers from around the world, who will be giving us their best guesses. The winner gets a sick prize, along with the esteemed title of Least American. At the end of this video, I'll also share a link where you can check your own scores. But first, let's hear some predictions, starting with our previous winner.
My name is Nikita, and I have a channel called Melody Buffet that mainly talks about like weird Eastern European music and just scenes, all that kind of stuff.
And he took off his cast and played every single note on the album.
So first up, I have Vanessa Paradis with a song, I think it's called It did not chart in the US or like become popular because of the language barrier. French pop sounds very distinct. It's kind of more sugary.
I have a channel called Kate Brunats.
It's giving electro clash indie sleaze.
So my first one was My Love by Westlife. From what I have gathered, Westlife was a huge boy fan, and I'm not privy.
Dude, that's the kind of band I've heard the name, but
Right.
I couldn't tell you a song.
Exactly.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Aldo. I'm the editor for Bandsplaining. I have a channel in Portuguese. I am currently transitioning to make content in English. I'll start with my runner-ups, and first point, Moonlight Shadow by Mike Oldfield.
Carried away by a moonlight shadow.
I never heard his stuff other than Tubular Bells on American media.
My name's Sam. I have a channel called The Candid Jam.
But as it turns out, being a patriotic country singer is a lot like being a weapons manufacturer.
I thought I'd bring some Australia love to this and went with Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue.
Very good.
Because that was a huge song here.
I asked them each to give 3 guesses, so we can tally the scores later and see who had the best picks overall. And by the way, if you find that one of these songs is muted, that's because the record label made us remove it. As always, an uncensored version is available on Patreon.
My next pick is David Usher with Black Black Heart, somewhere in between like post-grunge and the original grunge wave. There was this little era of like Canadian alternative rock bands.
And then next up, I've got Canned Heat by Jamiroquai. I love this song.
Love Jamiroquai. Yeah.
As popular as Napoleon Dynamite was, I don't think it would have skyrocketed Jamiroquai to
the top of the charts.
Yeah,
here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a good guess because I'm pretty sure the Nintendo DS game Elite Beat Agents has this song. So it had a resurgence mainly in Japan. My second runner-up was inspired by furious Bandsplaining comments on the video why the synth pop sensation was rejected in America. And it is I'll Never Be Maria Magdalena by Sandra.
It's kind of from that era where the US, anything remotely electronic or dancey, the US considered disco and thus considered uncool.
Right, exactly.
It might make or break my whole score, but I read that Hung Up by Madonna apparently kind of flopped on the charts in the US when it came out.
I respect the move because Madonna, obviously the biggest American diva superstar of all time. You're really risking a big negative score with that one. But you could be right. I don't know.
We'll see.
We're gonna go now to the 90s. It's a duet and a cherry, and I think it's Yusu Ndor, 7 Seconds. Yeah, it's like a good trip hop song.
He's not a second, 7 seconds away.
My main pick is based on a conversation that I had with Mr. Bensplaining. It is This Is Not America, a 1985 song by David Bowie and Pat Metheny Group.
It's purely because I'm a huge Bowie fan and I never heard of it before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is like
Okay.
not a better reason to choose this.
And then the last one is Feel by Robbie Williams.
I just wanna feel real love.
I really didn't know who Robbie Williams was until that Monkey movie came out.
Wait, is this a movie about the monkeys?
No.
Like the band?
This filmmaker made a biopic of Robbie Williams, but he's a live action monkey.
Oh, wow.
2 hours, your house is mine.
My top pick was Rock DJ by Robbie Williams. Again, based on the Monkey movie that flopped in the US.
I don't wanna rock, DJ.
I don't really know why he never had much of a career in the US.
I just Googled that question last night as I was flipping through the results. In the early 2000s, he just didn't fit a cultural niche. You know, in the US, all our music was either like the angstiest new metal or like hip hop R&B.
Didn't he start out in like a boy band though? I think Take
Yeah,
That.
he was in Take That.
Kind of like Justin Timberlake or something.
Now,
Yeah.
as those words came out of my mouth, I was like, well, Justin Timberlake is like their counterparts. So why did it work for Justin Timberlake but not Robbie Williams? Maybe because Justin Timberlake was a little more edgy, you know, had songs about being a sex slave or whatever.
Yeah, when I was in a Reddit thread about this, there was an exact comment of, well, Justin Timberlake was just singing about sex and being cool and fun glasses and outfits, which is much more appealing to the average American.
True, I find it hard to resist, personally. So with guesses locked in, it's time to reveal what everyone is playing for. As you guys know, there are certain things that the rest of the world uses that the US doesn't or is slow to adopt. And, you know, since we had a stereotypically American prize for the last one, I felt like we needed a stereotypically global prize for this one. And a meter stick kind of seems boring. So this time instead we have a Tushy bidet.
Damn.
No way.
Oh my god.
This changes everything.
Yes, Tushy.
Hey guys, so we were really hoping a certain hygiene sponsor would pick up the video. They declined. We already built this whole bathroom set and everything. But fortunately, Incogni stepped in and saved the day. You guys are here because you like interesting music stories. So how often does it happen you're Googling, say, Ukrainian metal bands, and then you get an email like this? These weirdly targeted spam emails, text messages, and phone calls are becoming a creepy part of everyday life. Part of the reason is that data brokers are collecting, aggregating, and trading your personal data without you even knowing it. You have the right to email and ask them to remove your data, but it would take years to do this manually. That's where today's sponsor, Incogni, comes in. They reach out to data brokers on your behalf, request the removal of your personal data, and deal with any pushback. This can help shield your private information, not only from pesky advertisers, but also from scammers and identity thieves. Sign up today by going to incogni.com/bansplaining, or click the link in the description and enter code BANSPLAINING at checkout to get an exclusive 60% off your annual plan. Be sure to check out their family plans, as well as their unlimited plan, which now offers a custom removal feature. Once again, that code is BANSPLAINING, or just click the link in the description. Okay guys, this is the part where I tell you what these scores actually mean, and what's different from last time. Since I know that some of you just want to get to the results, you could use the progress bar below to do that. Also, if you want a more detailed overview, just check out the last video. We started with this graphic, 64 years of chart data from the Billboard Hot 100, showing every single song that's ranked and for how long. Next, we did the same thing for 18 other countries. I would have liked to have included a lot more, but it's really hard to find this data. Subtracting world popularity from US popularity gives us our Americanness score. Songs up here are disproportionately American. Songs down here are not. Now, compared to last time, we did make two important changes. First of all, if a song has a US score above 1,000, we're going to automatically exclude it. This will prevent songs like I Kissed a Girl or My Heart Will Go On from sneaking into our results. Songs that were definitely popular in the US. Secondly, due to some of the weird rules around the Billboard Hot 100, there are some tunes that never qualified for the chart, despite being hugely popular in the States, like Don't Speak by No Doubt. These are also going to be excluded. We'll give you a minute to come up with new guesses. Alright, and now finally, the results. We're going to go through the results decade by decade, starting with the 1960s, and we'll include 1959 in there too. These were the top 10 least American songs of the decade. In third place is, quite surprisingly, Elvis. You guys probably have an idea in mind how you think it's gonna sound, right? You know, here it is.
And you see, I love you.
Oh.
Please don't break my heart in two.
Originally recorded for the film GI Blues, Wooden Heart is based on a German folk song, and even features some lyrics in German. It was a hit in Europe, but Elvis's label chose not to release it in the US, for concern that it would sully the rocker's reputation.
Stay till
A cover version by Joe Dowell did briefly hit #1. Anyone want to take a crack why this wouldn't have been popular in the US?
After that whole thing that happened 20 years before.
In second place is Apache by British rockers The Shadows.
Oh.
Of course.
Originally written by Jerry Lorden, The Shadows felt their cover version could finally break them into America. But a rival cover by Jürgen Ingman beat them to the punch. Cliff Richards is still a bit salty about it. But in first place for the 60s, we have All You Need Is Love. Granted, it was popular in America, including 1 week at #1 in August of '67. But the Beatles tune was a far bigger hit in many other countries. Thus, it made its way onto our list. Now, onto the 70s.
Kate Bush is amazing.
No one ever talked about her music until you get into the weirder circles in America, which is so funny because she's so massive.
I remember like one of her 70s hits was in GTA. Emotion 98.3, the Vice City game.
So you're like mowing people down in the street to Kate Bush. In third place, we have Spanish duo Bacara with Yes Sir, I Can Boogie, correctly guessed by Fuzzy Bee in our subscriber contest.
Disco classic.
It sounds remarkably similar to me at like Don't Leave Me This Way by Thelma Houston.
So maybe the American public just thought it was unoriginal or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
In second place, we have German disco legends Boney M with Ma Baker.
She was the meanest cat. Ain't no Chicago town. She was the meanest cat. She really rolled it down.
Written about the legendary gang leader, it almost seems like they were pandering a bit too hard to the American market. Props to Prophet Jerbear for the good guess, though. But in first place, the least American song of the 70s is Imagine by John Lennon.
Wow. Yeah.
Again, it might seem like a typo. Imagine did hit #3 in November of '71, but its mainstream popularity in the US was short-lived. It's had much more longevity in Europe, where Imagine has been continuously reappearing on the charts, even decades later.
We just love war here, so that's why.
The 1980s is really the decade where the US diverged from the rest of the world. While the US mainstream rejected disco and anything resembling it one fateful summer night, dance music continued to grow and evolve elsewhere in the world. Also, we're finally getting to a decade where some predictions were made.
Mike Oldfield, Black Shadow, yeah!
Whoa! 1799 points. In third place is Words, a synth-pop song from French artist F.R. David. So this one actually stuns me because it's like Take On Me by Aha was a huge song in the States. Words is just like, has that same campy synth tone. It's just a slightly more somber, serious song, I guess.
I think one element we're forgetting is also MTV. And Take On Me, like, the video is iconic. Maybe a lot of these songs had very, like, mediocre, like, vids.
Makes sense.
Let's very briefly watch the music video for Words, and let's see. Ooh, I don't know, guys. It's pretty good.
Pretty sick.
Oh.
Take On Me was like next level, and this is like.
I was gonna say this looks like something someone would try and make today to be retro.
Right. In second place is German pop legends Modern Talking with You're My Heart, You're My Soul.
I'll be holding you forever, stay with you together.
Because there was like that whole like Europop wave, which I think it was really big in like Italy and also like parts of Eastern Europe, but it never crossed over, I think, beyond that.
Yeah. But in first place for the 1980s is a rather different type of song. Trio's Da Da Da.
You got the Casio keys, right?
It's giving influence of LCD sound system.
Da da da. Da da da.
It's in a film, and I'm trying to place which film it's in.
It was in a Volkswagen commercial, if that's close enough.
But before we leave the 80s, there's a few more scores to check. Remember, you want negative scores. You do not want positive scores. This is not America. Negative 280. Okay.
Points on the board.
I'll Never Be. Maria Magdaleno is on there too. And here we go. Ooh.
Oh.
Wow.
Negative 1375.
God.
We have all those full score already. Let me do some quick math here. Negative 3,454.
The bidet's mine.
Now time to jump to the 90s.
Aerosmith at number 5 is weird.
It is one of these songs that, again, it did get a very high US score, but it just crept through because over 1,000 it would have been cut off. In third place is Lambada by the French-Brazilian group Kaoma.
Yeah, on the floor.
Oh, no way.
Pitbull
Yeah.
and Jennifer Lopez.
Indeed, it's a melody that's been sampled and covered many times. However, it originates not with Kaoma, but with Andean folk band Los Carcas, who were later given songwriting credits after a successful lawsuit. Oh, and MD Walter pulls ahead in the subscriber contest. In second place is 7 Seconds by Youssou N'Dour and Nene Cherry. This Senegalese-Swedish crossover with lyrics in English, French, and Wolof is perhaps as international as it gets.
7 seconds away.
Nikita, you got 7 seconds right. 25 points.
Thank God I went on a big trip-hop binge last week.
But in first place for the 1990s is Barbie Girl by Aqua. Has anyone heard of this #1 song? I'm just kidding. Barbie Girl has certainly left its mark in the US, whether it's through school dances, video games, or early meme videos. But at the time of its release, it was only a modest hit, ranking 94th for the year of 1997. Between its kitschy Europop style and suggestive lyrics, it was considered a poor fit for mainstream radio, though in Europe and Australia, this wasn't an issue. But before we move on, there is one more score to check. Canned Heat. Okay, one found. Ready? Drum roll, please.
I'm ready.
Okay, there you go. Negative 672.
All right, let's go.
Okay, and on to the 2000s. It's pretty amusing how many American artists are on this list, especially the Black Eyed Peas, who always seem to be promoted pretty heavily in the States. But I guess something about Shut Up just didn't resonate.
There's the rock DJ, Rob Williams, who I see. So someone picked that.
That was mine.
Someone also picked Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, they were both mine.
Whoa.
For Kylie Minogue, you are getting 2202. And for Robbie Williams, Rock DJ, 1866. Okay. In third place for the 2000s is In the Shadows by Finnish rockers The Rasmus. There's your millennial whoop.
There it is, yeah.
That's a Finnish band. I used to go to school with this one girl, and I think her dad played the guitar or bass in the band.
Damn.
Wow. I guess the old saying is true. You can't throw a rock in Finland without hitting a member of the Rasmus. In second place, we have Feel by Robbie Williams.
Oh!
Did you guys actually know this song? Like, is this one that you...
I've definitely heard it. I remember Rock DJ being a lot bigger because it had a music video that like traumatized a generation. But he's like standing in the middle of this like roller rink and he like pulls his skin off as he's dancing.
And the song is called Rock DJ.
It's the last song in the world that should have a music video where someone rips skin off of them.
But at number one for the 2000s, we have Madonna with Hun Up.
Let's go!
Hun Up may seem like an unfair winner. It was certainly popular in the US, but it only peaked at number 7, whereas it hit number 1 in at least 25 countries.
Well, something I noticed before is that Gimme Gimme by ABBA, which was on the list here for the 70s, I think, hung up samples, the like keyboard.
Oh, is that right? So it's kind of a double un-American.
Yeah.
I think I was watching like a Simpsons episode. The characters step into a gay club for one scene. And actually, it wasn't Madonna Hun Up, but it was Kylie Minogue, Can't Get You Out of My Head playing.
From now on, you guys are just gonna have to do your drinking across the street.
Hey, a beer's a beer.
And I think, unfortunately, both these songs had the reputation of being music for a certain subculture. It just wasn't seen as something you could play at your family barbecue, maybe. But with that, we can close the book on Sam's score. 7250. Oh my god.
Let's go.
You gotta win.
That's it.
Technically, Nikita and Kate do have a shot here. Westlife, My Love. Negative 1121.
Okay, all right.
Nikita, though, with his last guess here. David Usher. Black Heart, it is on here.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, no, it's good. You are negative, at least. Negative 261. Which I think makes Nikita the least un-American out of everyone.
It's fitting.
Get that man to Applebee's.
Yeah, well, Sam,
No way.
it's coming to you.
I'm honored.
You might be cold, but you will be clean.
And that's even better.
Maybe I can convince them to that second place should at least get a used bidet. I don't know.
Yeah, because Kate definitely needs a third bidet.
I do. I need the mobile bidet. Please, Tushy.
Well, we may have a winner in this contest, but we still have to identify the least American song of all time. And there's 2 more decades to cover, starting with the 2010s. I gotta be honest with you guys, I didn't know any of these artists in the top 10.
You know the song Body? I was working at Joe and the Juice, which I think is a Dutch brand. No, they're Danish. Sorry. They make you train in a basement where you have to make like 6 juices in under a minute, and they play really loud house music.
There's no other community like Join the Juice.
Okay, so you worked in a torture chamber.
I did.
Do people know Sia outside of Australia?
Yeah, sure.
I only bring that up because she's pretty much like the only international artist from Adelaide. My neighbors used to babysit her.
I guess the old saying is true. You can't throw a rock in Adelaide without hitting someone who once babysat Sia. In third place, we have British singer Rag and Bone Man with Human.
Some people got the real problems. Some people out of love.
And second is In My Mind, a remix by Lithuanian DJ Diorno and Italian DJ Gigi D'Agostino. And in first place for the 2010s is Faded by Alan Walker.
Yeah, this song is like the YouTube tutorial anthem.
Yes.
Oh, you're so right.
Really? Literally. Faded was originally released as royalty-free background music. But as its popularity grew, Norwegian producer Alan Walker decided to record a new version with vocals. This re-release hit the top 10 in at least 33 countries, but only reached number 80 in the US. Also, a big shout out to Emiliano, who wins the subscriber contest. He was too humble to accept a prize, so we'll just play the national anthem of Chile. And finally, a brief stop in the 2020s, where we have the first 4 years of data. After a quick glance at the results, our panelists noticed a common trend.
Does this kind of music play in like the gyms all over the world also?
Absolutely. Yeah, this full time, it's this kind of stuff on at the gym.
I don't know. I work out at a YMCA that doesn't play music.
You're lucky.
In third place is Breaking Me by German DJ Topic and Swedish singer A7S. In second place is Ride It, a remix by Kosovo-Albanian DJ Regard. And in first place so far for the 2020s is Head and Heart by British producer Joel Corey and singer MNEK.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is gym.
Yeah, again, just the gym I used to go to just played this stuff like 24/7.
So is the rest of the world just listening to gym music all the time, and maybe that's why the US has its obesity problem?
There's something in that.
So now that we've covered every decade from 1959 to 2023, what is the least American song of all time?
Was it Hung Up?
There it is. It's Hung Up.
The least American song.
Made by American.
This is kind of sad because you guys, Americans, don't like anti-war songs. You guys don't like LGBTQ positive songs.
It's a bit damning.
Like zero chill.
I was wondering though, does Madonna deserve the top spot? Or is this another scenario where we just elevate a different song? Who thinks Madonna with Hun Up is a fitting song for first place?
I think it is. Because it's funny that the least American song was sung by one of our most popular Americans.
Yeah, it's super funny.
All right, Madonna, there you go. Please don't take the money like Carrie Underwood did last time. In fact, I think to celebrate, we'll insert a cover version of this song that me and Aldo will work on.
Every little thing that you say or do, I'm hung up. Madonna, please don't sue.
All right, a huge thank you to our contestants. Please go check out their channels for some great music stories. A big thank you to our sponsor, Incogni. And last but not least, as promised, there's a link in the description to this website, where you can check out your own scores. It's free to use, but for Patreon members, we have this even cooler interactive graph with a built-in music player. You can get lost for hours, browsing the most and least American songs, and even listen to samples along the way. On Patreon, we also have follow-up videos and podcasts where we dive into these topics even further. It's a ton of fun, and really what enables us to get more and more ambitious with these videos. Alright guys, and let me know what you'd like to see next. Most British songs, perhaps?